At this time, I am proud to introduce Aidan McGinty, class president.
All please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Remains for the national anthem. I'm just letting them get back to their seats. Members of the Board of Education, Mr. Fletcher, administrators, staff, friends, and relatives of the graduates in the class of 2019. As my year came to a close, I decided to watch a collection of John Hughes movies. As a senior on the cusp of graduating, they seemed like pretty appropriate films to be watching. Ferris Bueller's Day Off taught me to blow off school, kick back, and relax. The Breakfast Club revealed that it's okay to be yourself. And 16 Candles taught me that, well, not all movies age well. However, as I watched these classic 80s high school films, something felt lacking, the high school element. All of the characters in these films seemed like they could not care less about what was going on in their future. That was until I watched Cameron Crowe's film, Say Anything, with John Cusack and Ione Skye. In the film, Skye's character tells her entire class during her graduation speech that when it comes to the future, she's scared. I am too. I really am scared for what comes next. But being worried is normal, expected when you venture into uncharted territory. The future ahead is unknown, with many unexpected twists and turns that some parents and family members out in the crowd still might not understand, still might worry about to this day. But do not confuse nervousness for being unprepared. Riverdell has prepared you for the real world. It has always been and will continue to be a school dedicated to enriching the minds of young adults. We are a class driven to succeed, to perform the very best academically. This rigorous mindset of striving to ace the test, give that project your all, and study like a maniac has all paid off, not just as high school students, but for those continuing their education in college and as an individual. Riverdell has provided every opportunity to succeed and then some. If not for the plethora of AP courses, senior internship experiences, and in my personal experience, a fantastic television and media productions course, I know I would not be as equipped to succeed as I continue through life. While the path ahead may be uncertain, Riverdell has given us a map to follow into the uncharted territory. A lot of people expect you to know what you want to do with your life. If you do, good for you. If you don't fret. Recently, a friend told me that high school is a learning experience, not just in terms of the education you receive, but the person you become and the person that you realize you want to be. So, if you don't know what you want to do with your life right now, I strongly encourage you to focus on who you want to be in life instead. I'm excited, prepared, hopeful, optimistic, ambitious, and yes, scared for my future. I'm not up here to reassure you. Be afraid and channel that energy. It will propel you to achieve your goals that you outline for yourself. Although we will all dive into our individual unknown alone, take solace in knowing that every single person around you is taking the same plunge together. Good luck, class of 2019.
Aiden will be attending Emerson next fall. And now I'm proud to introduce the Salutatorian, Edmund Ahn.
Members of the Board of Education, Mr. Fletcher, administrators, staff, friends and relatives of the graduates, and of course, the class of 2019. Good evening. I would like to welcome and thank all of you for being in attendance tonight. In the process of writing the speech, just about every classmate with whom I came into contact begged me to give them a shout out. So to start off, instead of giving each individual a shout out, I would just like to give a huge shout out to the class of 2019 as a whole. I'm sure we can all agree that this is the best class that Riverdell has ever seen. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm proud to call myself a Riverdell graduate. We have spent 12 of our years in school working hard to achieve what we have perceived to be important. After a long journey, we have finally made it. Although some of us like to think growing up was easy, let me tell you, it wasn't. Some of us have had to deal with loss, grades, parents, tests, SATs, and of course, teenage relationship problems. Every student has experienced his or her fair share of disappointment and upset, including me. But the good news is that each and every one of you sitting here today in your cap and gowns have overcome all these obstacles to make it to this day. Think about how far we have become individually and as a class. Looking back to freshman year, it seemed like it was just yesterday. The first class, the first football game. Think about the music and fashion trends that we went through and all the different dances that were created. The whip, the Harlem Shake. Don't even get me started on all the Fortnite dance challenges and dabbing. Do you remember the music we listened to? Now all we have are just rappers with Lil in their names. Lil Uzi, Lil Peep, Lil Pump, Lil Xan, Lil Yachty, Lil Skies. It's funny how things change. Think about it. How many things have changed compared to the time you were a child? Through this whole journey, I'm sure we can agree, we could not have done it without the help of others. To the parents who endlessly supported us, and to the faculty, family, and friends, Thanks for guiding us along this way as we learn one or two things about life. They have done more for our good than we have for ourselves at times. They raised us from tiny children, not even able to feed ourselves, and have helped guide us to where we stand today. I'm sure all the students sitting here today are sad because you're saying goodbye to your parents. And many parents are sad because your children are going off on their own. But it's funny because I think a lot of parents are happier than we are that we are graduating because they finally can get rid of us. There's no doubt that as we have grown up, our world has been transformed before our very eyes. In America, conflict is all over the country, and we hear about all the tragedies that we continue to learn about through the news. But you see, that's where we come in. We have all reached a point where we have become adults, and that means that we will now be held fully responsible for our actions. I'm pointing out some of the negative aspects of this world because I know that students sitting here today are going to change that. Looking back at all the incredible achievements of our class, it is so obvious that we have some motivated, talented, and dedicated students sitting here today among us. Each one of you can make a difference. My grandfather once asked me if I wanted to make a trade. The trade was he would give me all his money, and I would give him my age. Being young is such a great thing, and many of us take it for granted. I know some people count down the days to high school graduation. Then in college, they count down the days to college graduation. After college, they then get a job and count down the years until retirement. But once they retire, all they want is to be able to go back to when they were young and do everything over again. And so, I challenge our class, including myself, don't just do your job, but go above and beyond your duties for others. Make the effort to spend time with your family, be a good friend, live a good life, make an impact, and savor the moment. Looking out into the crowd, I confess that I wish we weren't leaving just yet. Seeing all of you here sitting beside me is bittersweet because it is a reminder that we are parting ways in a few short hours. But I know all of you will be able to find happiness and success in your futures, and I encourage you to always do your best in every part of your lives, no matter what. Once again, congratulations to class of 2019. I will miss you all so much.
Edmund will be attending Stevens Institute of Technology in the fall. Our next address is by our Student Government President, David Gibbons.
Members of the Board of Education, Mr. Fletcher, administrators, staff, friends and relatives of the graduates, and the class of 2019. I'll never forget my first day at Riverdale. It was over at the middle school, and I remember walking into the lunchroom, wide-eyed and nervous, ready to go sit at a lunch table with similar guys from a foreign town known as River Edge. As we sat there, talking about the cute girls on the other side of the room and arguing about who had the most armpit hair, I remember a distinct smell interrupting our gripping conversations. For a second, we all went silent, flared our nostrils, and turned our heads to watch as Andrew Venino attempted to cook a grilled cheese on the radiator. It was at this point I realized the next 6 years were going to be a ride. And a ride they were, but today, sadly, we are gathered to say goodbye. There's no bell tomorrow, no final meetings or excuses to stay. We enter this ceremony as students of Riverdale and will leave as alumni. For some, this is tough news to hear. Graduating today means no more Friday night football games, no more field trips, proms, lunch with your best friends, plays, and even the infamous bathroom party. And others may see graduation as a blessing to get the heck out of here. I stand somewhere in the middle, religious depending on if I had Mr. Kleinfelder's calculus class that day. Today, my speech is really just about 3 questions: who, what, and why. First up, who? Who is Riverdell's class of 2019? Where do I even begin? It's not every day you find a group so special, so connected, and so determined, all sitting in the same room. This class, these people, my peers, my friends, this is a special group. I assume and hope you all know someone sitting in front of me, but I'm sure you're not aware of the true talent in each and every seat. My classmates have won state championships, put on spectacular plays, won academic, debate, and math league awards, and have some of the best musicians and artists in the entire state. My classmates are special because who they are as people, but legendary because of what they've accomplished as students of Riverdell. This leads me to what? What can Riverdell's class of 2019 do? There are not many times in life where a person has a full control of their future. Today, as we receive this diploma, that's exactly what Riverdell grants us. Today, we begin to determine the rest of our lives, and this diploma opens the doors to all possibilities. As we sit here in these seats, it is imperative to understand that there is no limit to what we can accomplish in our future. This diploma grants us an empty book and allows us to write out our story in that book. Only we can decide what goes into that book, and the possibilities are truly endless. So finally, why? I remember my first winter track practice out in that field 3 years ago as if it was yesterday. I remember the blistering cold winds practically begging each of us to call it quits and go home. I was only doing winter track as a way to get into shape, and I never really planned on being a sprinter because I wasn't that fast. As we ran a workout that day, I remember Coach Urso pulling me aside and saying it's okay if I need to take a few reps off because it's only the first practice. I told him he was crazy and got back on the line, but after that practice, as Coach discussed the need for a 4th leg on the relay, he said, "Why not Gibbons? Why not me?" That phrase motivated me for the rest of that day, the rest of that season, and will continue to motivate me for the rest of my life. Why not me? But more importantly, why not us? Achieving true greatness is often considered a pipe dream or something only people born with extreme God-given talent can do. I think that idea was created to keep us from trying. I think that today we have been given the full power and opportunity to make a difference and achieve greatness. So again, I ask this question as we begin to write the rest of our story. Why not us? Why can't the next CEO of a Fortune 500 company be sitting in front of me right now? Why can't the next Olympian, great musician, lawyer, or politician be among us today? What about the next brain surgeon or scientist who helps cure cancer? Why not us? As I wrap this up, I'd like to leave you all with a quote from popular scholar and lyricist Lil Wayne, aka Wheezy F Baby. Wheezy tells us, reach highs, but never reach limits. So classmates, I encourage you to keep in mind that no matter how great the experience or accomplishments you've made here at Riverdell may be, always consider them highs and never limits. I have no doubt you will all accomplish great things, but always make sure to chase that next high and never limit your potential. And also, never forget, hawks always fly higher. Thank you.
David will be attending Emory in the fall. And here, valedictory address by Emma Plutnicki.
Members of the Board of Education, Mr. Fletcher, administrators, staff, friends and relatives of the graduates, and the class of 2019. I am honored to be speaking here today. I would like to thank my parents for giving me an endless amount of love and support throughout the years, my brother and sister for always being there to share a laugh with, and all my grandparents who never fail to brighten my day. Well, as Hawks, these past 4 years flew by. It's pretty surreal that this day is finally here, considering it has always been an event that seemed far in the distant future. When I found out that I would be speaking at graduation, I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous. It's hard to articulate 4 years worth of thoughts and memories into a brief speech. But personally, I find that one of the easiest ways to organize my thoughts can be through rhyming. So let me set the stage. It's 2015 and we're freshmen. We eat our lunch on the floor and learn what it's going to be like for the next 4. Next thing you know, it's 2016 and we're sophomores. We learn how to balance chemical equations, the military tactics used in historic invasions, and the correct mathematical formula to use on various occasions. Although memorizing some of this information may seem useless and be a nuisance, the purpose of school isn't always seen by the students. After spending 4 years within these walls, I know the true purpose of learning falls with the process. We learn, we stress, we obsess to grasp all the material we are thrown. School preps us, tests us, checks us, vexes us so that we will be successful when we're on our own. We are groomed into fine-tuned, critical thinking, problem-solving machines. In my eyes, that's the true purpose of high school. Not necessarily knowing exactly how many casualties there were in the Battle of the Little Round Top, or how many newtons of force it takes to make a car stop. Learning helps us find our voices and make intelligent choices. All right, it's 2018 and we're juniors, entering the acronym year. ACTs, SATs, APs, SUPAs, oh dear. College is on the horizon and the stress is only rising. Where will I go? What will I major in? I need to figure out my life, but where do I even begin? The school days go by slow, yet the weeks fly by fast, and before we know it, it's the final day of school at last. It's 2019, and we're now seniors with our families in the bleachers. We've all made thousands and thousands of decisions before making it here to graduation. With every fork in the road, the paths we chose have shaped our very foundation. Some of you may know that I almost graduated early, as in after my junior year. The decision was hard. It caught me off guard. It had to do with my athletic career. I drew up a list about leaving Riverdell, sorting the cons and the pros. One side said, well, my computer will no longer be blocked, while the other read, but I could finally park in the senior lot. I ultimately chose. I decided to stay. I'm so glad I did, although I somewhat teetered. What a cruel fate it would have been if I had never been a senior. What I'm trying to say today is that all our paths widely vary, and each student here has a unique talent that they carry. Whether it be table tennis, art, soccer, or piano, theatric shows, singing songs, drawing, or taekwondo, our class's skills are all over the map. But if you're unhappy with where your path is taking you, you could change it in a snap. There's always time to switch it up, change plans, do what you love, it's in your hands. The path to happiness and success isn't always a straight one. It'll have turns and twists, but we must persist because in the end, we're each living with the outcome. Whether a decision be minute, like what to eat for breakfast, or momentous, like attending college to be a biochemist, every individual here today has his own unique path, her own unique passion. March to the beat of your own drum, and enjoyment in life will come. I wish the entire class of 2019 good luck with their endeavors, and I hope everyone remembers the moments spent at Riverdell forever. Thank you.
Emma will be attending Georgetown in the fall. And now I am pleased to present our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Patrick J. Fletcher.
Good evening, everybody. With us tonight from the RiverDell Council is Miriam Yu. We also have councilpersons from the River Edge Borough Council, Ellen Bastide and Michelle Kaufman. Also present tonight are members of our Board of Ed. You'll hear from Al Graff, our president, shortly. Vice President Joe Manzelli and trustees Tracy Ellen Ehalt, Alan Feigenson, Claudia O'Neill, and Stephanie Hartman. Barbara Kushar, Doug Kupfer, and John Samuel couldn't be with us tonight. You'll also notice that many of our faculty and staff members are participating in or assisting with tonight's ceremony, and we're honored that they could be here with us tonight. I would also like to acknowledge several members of our own staff who are graduating. Lisa Finn, Diane Fusawa, Marta Mayer, Ben Pincus, and Melissa Stokes are retiring this evening. Together, they provided over 85 years of service to our students, and I'd like you to join me in congratulating them. So the theme from this class yearbook was, at a glance, who are we? And as Julie Vasile beautifully captures how you see yourself in the introduction on page 2, I thought I'd add another perspective. So this is how I see you. The most recent image that I have is the 75 or so of you who gathered on the stadium field last evening to make one more memory. I see that some of you are pretty good dancers, and some of you are not. I see that you're also environmentally conscious because you cleaned up after yourselves, and I very much appreciate that. I see that you are unique individuals, but there are 7 sets of twins in this class, and that is the most I've ever encountered in 35 years of graduations. I see that you're compassionate because you recognize 2 unsung heroes in your yearbook. And I see that you're generous because you helped one of them with a very personal crisis. I see that you're funny, flamboyant, gracious, dignified, and kind. And I see that the world will be a better place with you in it. And I know that I'm a better person because I met you. So on behalf of all the other Riverdale staff members, as well as the Oradell and River Edge elementary districts, who provided an educational foundation and personal foundation that we built upon here, I congratulate you and your families. And in conclusion, I'd like to paraphrase the words attributed to the great American author Theodore Geisel, also known as Dr. Seuss. Don't cry that high school is over. Smile because it happened. Good evening.
Welcome to all of you, and I want to give a special thank you to our 4 speakers. It is much easier to speak on the field when we can't see you this close up, and the fact that they did such an excellent job deserves another round of applause for those speakers. And now, class of 2019, as you prepare to receive your diplomas and move on to the next phase of your lives, I hope that you'll take the time to think about you. To be clear, as new people enter your lives, most conversations will revolve around your name, your hometown, something about you, potential college major, and all of those things that outwardly describe you. I'm not asking about, and I'm not referring to who you are, but indeed, who are you? Which is completely different. And I would hope that you take the time to reflect on that. Who are you? The you nobody knows. What are your values, your beliefs, and those things that make you human? In fact, there are many of you sitting here today who've had to overcome serious obstacles. And you discovered that you had the courage, you had the ability, and you had the wherewithal to come out the other side and be a better human being. Now, we live in a digital world, and I often worry that many of you believe that the more likes you get on social media, that makes you a popular or good person. And if you don't get a like, does that hurt? Is there something wrong with you? I hope that you will not take that as explaining who you are. The next phase of your life requires that you think about you, that you determine what you want and the best way for getting there. While we gave you responsibility and independence, what happens next puts you in charge of you full time. As one of our speakers said, your parents are apparently happy you're leaving because they're no longer in charge of you full time. So, no one's going to call your home when you leave here to ask why you're not in school. No teacher is going to recommend that you come by for extra help. No one is going to be making those decisions, but you will be. And I hope as you navigate the real world that you consider, who are you? Now, while your families are always there to love and support you, you're going to live your own best life. Recently, at the Tony Awards, I heard an acceptance speech by Andre DeShields, who is one of the actors in Hadestown. And he was talking about 3 rules for sustaining a long career. I kind of think these 3 rules will help you sustain a long and a good life. 1, surround yourself with people whose eyes light up when they see you coming. 2, slowly is the fastest way to get where you want to be. And 3, the top of one mountain is the bottom of the next, so keep climbing. This is my wish for you, the class of 2019. And now, Mr. Graff, I am proud to present to you the class of 2019.
Thank you. Thank you, Lorraine. I, too, would like to give a shout out to Aiden, Edmund, David, and Emma. This is not an easy thing to do, especially if you're not used to standing up before a crowd, which I'm not. So you all did a fantastic job at the podium. Shout out. I stand before you with confidence and eagerness to see where your future takes you. I hope you see the same vision as I see, gazing upon this class of graduates ready to make a difference in this world. Riverdell class of 2019, we believe in you. There is an energy from where you sit moving in the direction to make a difference, to be heard and seen. You, class of 2019, are our future of hope for greatness. It is with utmost pride and confidence the Riverdell Board of Education, administration, and staff have prepared you for a seamless entry into the next phase of your life. We have provided you with a foundation exceeding most others and believe you are ready to find success with the wisdom Riverdell has extended. You are the consumer of great knowledge and wealth, of preparedness to move forward with your dreams. Now, your history with Riverdell is in the rearview mirror as you launch yourselves into places of such unknown. There will be a stumble or two, and then you will ground yourself and say, I am a hawk, a Riverdell hawk, and you will move forward with confidence. Your skills will be tweaked and your interest will be keenly sharpened as the very uncertain path in life leads you. Through it all, we will watch in amazement of your strength, integrity, and grit to make it happen. And it will happen. Greatness will emerge. Graduates, you will have choices. You may follow or you may lead. I suggest you lead. Be the valuable and confident person who accepts your diploma from us tonight. Make a profound difference. Find passion, respect, and love of life. This is your fortune. Money and fame may be your focus, but an innate feeling of loving oneself and caring for your fellow man is far more worthy. It will be in harmony we rise and are the best we can be. Today, you fly. Fly with the belief in the wings that Riverdell has provided and discover the best of you. Life after Riverdell is your opportunity to build upon the foundation established on these grounds. Forge ahead with confidence, but most importantly, believe in yourself. Congratulations.
Thank you. At this time, we are going to begin presenting diplomas, and doing that very important job is the Vice President of the Riverdell Board of Education, Mr. Joseph Manzelli.
Christopher Ahern. Julia Ahern. Edmund Ahn. Mary Actemere. Jack Christopher Alexio. Ryan Thomas Alexio. Eliza Alpern. Rayad Ahesahili. Ashley Melissa Altamirano. Elise Angione. Arman Aslanian. Paul Bagos. Alec Nathan Balasny. Serena Barr. Jason Bartels. Amy Therese Beatty. Emily Beatty. Gideon Beckley. Travis Michael Berman. Ashley Bernardo. Ryan Liam Berninger. Kojo Boafu Ajiman. Kyle Bollinger. Haig John Bawajian. Alana Bronco. Bridget Morgan Cahill. Cameron J. Callahan. Clayton Callison. Carmel Ann Camera. Sophia Lynn Campos. Lily Canarosi. Nicole Capuano. Jessica Carter. Leila Castellari. Julia Chung. Eric Cho. Terry Cho. Rebecca Choi. Alexander Chu. Isaac Chun. Mina Chung. Vincent William Cicolella. Sophia Victoria Conrad. John Mitchell Cookson. Jacob Benjamin Dapper Capignola. Jessica Elena Dapper Capignola. Amber Rose DeMarqual. Jalen Lee De Jesus. Jason DeMay. Jacob Drabalian. Sarani Marie De Silva. Sarah Annalise DeMalo Milk. Minatullah Syed El Zawalwe. Isabella Emillo. Maria Espejo. David Fletcher. Jordan Fletcher. Milo Sebastian Fondanarosa. Jonathan Fontana. Caroline Elizabeth Fort. Lauren Fox. Kevin Friedman. Matthew Harry Ferungian. Isabella Marie Frost. Daniel Yu Fu. Samantha Ferrando. Aaron Frost Furneaux. Emily Gamper. Savine Gandhi. Ashley Gardner. Dylan Cole Garabrandt. David Gelber. Samantha Elizabeth Gentles. Eric Gerlin. Nicholas John Goodwin. Matthew Ross Goldfarb. Brendan Robert Golden. David Gibbons. Andrew Guerrero. Kyle Douglas Ginta. Ryan Hacker. Catherine Elise Halligan. Brandon Hahn. Alexander Nicholas Haralou. Sean Hogan. Adam Charles Hartman. Conrad Hoodie. Dominica Barcha Horstloy. Daniel Jin Woo Hong. Emily Shao. Andrew Huffman. Shannon Hughes. Kieran Hughes. Angela Huang. Sean Icavone. Ava Isa. Hadassah Ayansi. Caitlin Marie Jennings. Daniel Sohyung Jung. Marcus Jimenez. Kim Johnson. Daniel Jung. Damia Kang. Olivia Grace Canistron. Jasmine Kang. Christopher Kaplan. Alexia Rose Kazianis. Joseph Anthony Keenan. Alyssa Rose Kelm. Ichang Kim. Aline Ketelarian. Olivia Kim. Ryan Brandon Kim. Esther Kim. John Kim. Kesuke Kobayashi. Riley Kabe. Maxim Thomas Koning. Joshua James Karath. Alice Karaglu. Felicita Costianes. Alexis Crouchu. Robert LaGuardia. Matthew Lamb. Fiona Ann Larkin. Gloria Lee. Janice Lee. Kevin Lee. Angela Lee. Brianna Leopold. Christopher Michael Leuzzi. Madison Levine. Serena Lee. Daniela Lim. Gabriela Alexandra Lisboano. Nathan Liu. Cassie Rose Lynch. Natalie Diana Mahoney. Jake Manning. Terry Joe Manzelli. Magdalena Marinick. Rory James Patrick Martin. Michael Thomas Marucci. Khadijah Masab. Trevor Parker McConville. Nicholas Kirkwood. Aiden Michael McGinty. Sean McGovern. Matthew McHale. Caitlin Elizabeth McKinless. Shannon Claire McKinless. Robert Quinn McNamara. Tyler J. Malachi. Claire Milgram. Griffin Milgram. Alexander Miller. Caitlin Cardi McCory. Lindsay Marie McDaniel. John Mason McDermott. Gianna Millardo. Lauren Victoria Mitchell. Matthew Montgomery. Colin Mooney. Emily Morch. Daniel Mulcahy. Willow Snow Mullen. Cole John Murrell. Stephanie Mustaf. Nicholas James Myers. Hayuma Nagai. Kylie Diane Nelson. Joaquin Antonio Nocom. Danielle Knorr. James O'Connor. Kelly Helen O'Donnell. Charles O'Mealy. Nicholas Young Munn. Julia Grace Munson. Connor Casey Murphy. Thomas Joseph Ocello. Isabel Ohanian. Eki Okada. Daniel Robert Avaletti. Ryan Hyung Pak. So Young Park. Nicholas Joseph Pika. Emma Pletnicki. Sophia Grace Palomini. Matthew William Polito. Christian David Pomerantz. Aiden John Francis Quinn. Angelina Rabia. Jack Racine. Andrew Rebocio. Rebecca Reynolds. Ryan Panetta. Brielle Dulce Perez. Christopher Max Perlowin. Kaylee Fole. Emma Riley. Olivia Rose Rivera. Declan Roll. Claudia Rooney. Michael James Rosen. Andrew Sanchez. Kelsey Grace Sanchez. Anthony Santasero. Catherine Satley. Teresa Rose Galanga. Sophia Nora Marie Scardino. Nicholas Michael Shepis. Elizabeth Schlegel. Claudia Schuster. Jonathan Schwanweed. Joshua Andrew Rodateb. Catherine Rowley. Rachel Sarah Rumsby. Victoria Saliba. Julia Grace Sampaio. Riley Seeley. Michaela Rose Surratt. Alfahaj Siwan. Gina Shin. Dylan Thomas Shirk. Thomas Joseph Solari. Sarah Sim. Amandeep Singh. Caroline Margaret Smith. John D. St. John. Natalie Ann Steinley. Olivia May Stewart. John Matthew Stranero. Stephanie Marie Sullivan. Mary A. Tartaglione. Matthew Tehan. Michael Thorne. Stephen Tybus. Audrey Tombo. Michael Tufayan. Elif Uleton. Sofia Valenzuela. Dana Van Prague. Juliana Vasile. Andrew Paul Venino. William Avery Vidal. Kaylin Mary Vigneron. Michael Andrew Vigneron. Cameron Elizabeth Vogel. Casey Rose Volmar. Abby Wang. Jenna Weinkoff. Abigail J. Weiss. Jesse Ryan Welfer. Colin James Wolfel. Nicole Wozniak. Amy Shao. Danny Sue. Subasa Luke Yajima. Miranda Yi. Scott Yoon. Jimin Yoon. Tyler Yu. Haley Jung-ah Yoon. And Kevin Zhang. Congratulations, class of 2019.
All right, we have two more important traditions that we do here at Riverdell, and one will follow the other. The first, when I give you the signal, will be that the students will have a chance to toss their caps. Please take the tassels off, because you're going to want them. Followed by, each year we play America the Beautiful to recognize all of those who have served in the military, all of those who've given their lives, and to be thankful for all that we have in America. I ask that after that, the students will be leaving the gym. Please allow the students to leave first and then follow them. So, are you ready? On the count of 3. 1. Okay, I'm waiting. You can stand, sure. 1, 2, 3, toss them.